What do I want? Pepsi or an icy? What? Oh, wait, what? Oh! Hey, everybody! I didn't know you followed me to the store. That's a little weird. What? You want another episode of WallE Talks? Alright, guess we could do one more episode before the big special soon. But of what? Oh, I know! We're going to talk about the worst version of Microsoft Windows. They're probably asking, why are we doing this? Didn't the episode about Windows last season, kind of bomb? Well, here's the thing. I don't care, and I really want to talk about this. So, without further ado, let's get right into it.
So, what is the worst edition of Windows? Now, you're probably thinking, oh, it's probably the latest one, Windows 11. Now, I don't like Windows 11, but trust me, it ain't the worst version. No. After that, you're probably going to say, it's probably Windows Vista. I mean, after what you said in the last video, it's got to be bad, right? And I take it you did not watch that video if you're saying something like that, because that version's actually pretty good. Well, considering the time, it wasn't well received because it ran poorly, but looking back, it actually was pretty good. So, what is the worst version of Windows? Windows Me, also known as Windows Millennium Edition, was a version of Windows released in 2000 for the new millennium. Now, originally, it was expected for a new version of Windows to come out in the year 2001. However, Microsoft released Millennium Edition mainly to serve as a gap operating system until the new one would come out. And let's get into this whole mess, because here's the thing. This operating system is a mess underneath, and that's why it's so poorly received. Here's the thing about Windows Me. The operating system utilizes the Windows 9X kernel. Now, if you don't know what a operating system kernel is, just look it up. I don't feel like explaining it. But anyway, the 9X kernel was heavily based off of Microsoft DOS. I mean, let's be real here. It basically was DOS, but with a new coat of paint. Now, here's the thing. By the time Windows Me was finally out, the kernel was so buggy, so messed up by this time that it caused multiple software issues to the point where the operating system would blue screen even if you weren't really doing anything. And here's the thing. Microsoft had a different kernel called the Windows NT kernel, and they had been using it since the mid-90s. Now, here's the thing. Originally, they were going to release an NT-based operating system for consumers. Heck, they released another similar operating system, Windows 2000, that operated on that same kernel. But they ultimately decided to go with the Windows 9X kernel instead of the NT kernel for this operating system. Now, I don't agree with it, and I don't entirely know as to why, but it was probably just to give the 9X kernel one final hurrah. However, like I said earlier, this came with very bad consequences. Windows Millennium Edition was released in manufacturing on July 29th, 2000, and was available to the general public on September 14th, 2000. Now, here's the thing. It was actually very well received initially. However, this was before anybody encountered many of the bugs with the operating system. And eventually, the operating system would gain a very negative reception. Now, I already told you why it was, negatively received, mainly for its blue screening and many stability issues with actually running. And because the operating system was very, very poorly made, many users would actually downgrade their systems back to Windows 98 or even switch OSs to Windows 2000, which was also released the year prior, but was far more stable under the Windows NT kernel. Windows Millennium Edition would be very short-lived, as the following year, Windows XP would release to the general public and prove to be a huge success with computer goers, becoming one of the most successful operating systems of all time. Now, was Windows Millennium Edition truly that bad? I mean, let's be real here, that's a stupid question because yes, of course it was as bad as we remember. I mean, do you remember what I said earlier? All the stability issues with the operating system, all the blue screening, it made it truly a terrible operating system and a very unreliable one. And thankfully nowadays, we don't gotta worry about stuff like that anymore. Even though modern Windows, such as Windows 11, is not great, it is so much better than Millennium Edition.
I think I'm gonna go with an icy, probably cherry. Oh, you're back. Well, did you like the video? Well, I hope you did, because if so, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a big fat like because I like the likes. And please subscribe. I like new subscribers. So yeah. I don't know why. Seriously, why did you follow me to the store? That's really weird. Well, anyway, move along, and I'll see you all hopefully soon with the season 4 finale of WallE Talks. Now, all I'm gonna say is it's about a really, really fast animal going around the world. Anyway, run along. I gotta get back to get my icy. So, see ya.